Hey guys, it's Jordan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you can tell by the title of today's story time, this is like a video that I haven't done before. If you hear the chewing in the back, it's my dog. My bedding is in the washer. So now that we have all that good stuff out the way, let's get into today's video. So if you didn't know, I started an OnlyFans. Like, cue all that. That's my dog. If you want to go subscribe, it's Jordan from Vegas with a Z. Like my TikTok name, it's my TikTok name, but I will put like some stuff in the description. But basically, I wanted to make a video about why I started OnlyFans, tips for everybody else that wants to start one, but also like what you need to tips if you want to start one, but also what you need to think about, like if you are going to start one, and what I wish I would have thought about. I haven't been doing this for like a fucking year or anything, but like, you get accustomed to it very, very quickly. But okay, so let's get into why I wanted to start one. Obviously, number one, like motivator for the whole thing is money. I feel like money is a big part of why a lot of people do it. Sex work is one of it probably is the leading industry in the United States. It's one of the oldest professions in the world, like honestly. So I definitely just started it because of money, and I grew up in Las Vegas, so I've never viewed sex work as like a bad thing or anything, or like a taboo subject. I just like, it's just like a job for me, and I already create other content, so going into it, I was like, okay, this is just like another avenue for money and content creation, which is how I did view it at first. I told, my people that I needed to tell the person I was dealing with at the time, my parents, whatever. Like, I'm not like ashamed of it because I am an adult, and at the end of the day, I don't get help with anything financially. So everything that I have is on me to pay, and I'm gonna do, it's gonna fucking fly. I'm gonna do what I have to do to pay it. So it wasn't like an embarrassing thing, because like I said, bitch, a job is a job. Now I will say, when I first started it, like the first week, I cried every single day because it was just harder than I imagined. And I was like, fuck, like every single day. And I think it's because it took, even like with TikTok, I don't let those comments get to me. I read what I want. I pay attention to what I want. Like, I'll see everything, but I pay attention to what I want to pay attention to. So with starting OnlyFans, it was like starting that whole process over again of learning to just block it out, and like online is online and my real life is my real life. Like TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, OnlyFans, that's not my real life. And a lot of people that I know in real life will be like, well, you act just the same on there. But it's still like, it's two separate realities. So when it comes to OnlyFans, I had to separate myself from that, because I said it before I started, like, oh, I'm going to be easing into it. I will eventually get into posting, a lot more stuff, which I do post videos, solo clips, you know what I mean? So go sub. But, it was like, I'm eventually going to get into a lot more stuff. But it was like first day, people being like, what the fuck? I want you to post it. And it was all like at once. And it was so many people. And I was just like, oh my God. This is like the first day when I had just 2 pictures posted on my first day. And so it was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then I had, this is like super personal, but like whatever. I had sex, the next day, like with the intention to post that video, whatever. And then, but I couldn't. Like after the sex, I literally cried because I didn't enjoy it, because I had so much anxiety about like what I was doing it for. And so I was like, I literally can't. I literally cannot. Since then, I've gotten a lot like better, because it's just like I've disassociated myself from it, because at the end of the day, it is a job. Like when you clock in and you clock out, I go on, I post, I interact, but once I'm off of it, I'm off of it. I don't let it like consume my thoughts anymore, because like the first week, like I said, I cried every day. I was checking it all day long, so that was hard. And so I kind of like, I knew it was going to be hard, but I didn't imagine it was going to be that hard. And so I wish somebody would have told me like, it is going to be like harder than you think it is. Like if you think it's going to be hard, it's going to be 10 times harder than that, because you have to understand you're making yourself vulnerable for random people on the internet, for them to say whatever they want. If they don't like how your ass looks or your vagina looks or your tits look, like they're gonna say it, bitch. Like, trust me, they're gonna say it. And so I had to learn to be like, you paid for it, like, because that's what it is at the end of the day. You don't like it, you paid for it. Like, I don't know, because it's like, this is my body. I'm not gonna change anything on it. I can't change anything on it. I'm giving you what you paid for. If you don't like it, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, oh my god. But yeah. So ever since I did that, like, I'm not affected by it nearly as much, like, at all. Like, I don't really think about it too much. Here and there, I'll think about it and be like, damn, my cootie really is on the internet. But, like, not too often anymore. But the first week was hard. So I feel like if you are wanting to start one, you definitely need to think about that. And especially because I am young, like, I know this is not a forever thing for me. I know a lot of girls who have made, like, millions off OnlyFans, and like, they are going to continue to make those millions, and this is what they're going to do for a long time. And more power to them, because bitch, the shit is hard. Like, it is. I couldn't picture myself doing it forever. But the money is good. I will say, like, the fast money is harder, because you get all that money and you can spend it, but you know you can get it back, but you know what you have to do for it. So I feel like that is something you need to think about if you want to go into it. That it's just not gonna be easy. It's not an easy job at all. And also, if you are young, think about it more. And I say personally, tell your parents or your boyfriend or whoever you feel like you need to tell. You tell them before anybody else tells them. I told my parents, and my sisters, and like I said, the dude I was messing with, that is the only opinions that I care about. My friends, they didn't give a fuck. But as far as like outside of family, like all that stuff, I don't give a fuck what those people think about me. But if you care, I mean, you tell them on your own accord. Don't have somebody else tell them for you. But yeah, I only told my inner circle, because at the end of the day, that's the only opinions that matter to me, or the only opinions that will really help me if I need help. But yeah, so that is why I started my OnlyFans, like mainly just for money, and because I didn't think that it would be as hard, like, as it is. Like, it's a harder job. And I want to say, I applaud prostitutes, strippers, any kind of sex worker, because genuinely, it takes a lot to separate yourself from that, because you have men thinking that you are this nasty slut who's going to do whatever for them. And it's like, you have to play into that. Like, okay, yay, I'm your slut. Like, you have to play into it, but you have to be able to disassociate yourself from that, or else you're going to start thinking that, like, about yourself. Because for me, but I, like, even if I was like a slut, like, that's not a bad thing, depending on, you're only like a slut, a hoe, if you feel that way about yourself. I don't feel the way about myself, but it kind of had, in the beginning, it was to a point where I was like, am I? But like, bitch, I'm not. Like, I don't know. Whatever. But you have to play into that, because at the end of the day, they're paying you for a fantasy. And it is your job to sell it to them. Like, I'll be anything you want me to be for the right price. Truth be told to you. So it's just like playing into a fantasy. But yeah, that is one of my biggest pieces of advice for if you are looking to start yours. And like, a big warning, please, like, be able to disassociate yourself from that. That is not your real life. It doesn't define you. It is a job. If people will laugh at you for doing porn or posting naked pictures, people will laugh at you for working at McDonald's, people will laugh at you for working at the bank. No matter what we do, somebody's gonna have something to say about it. So just do what's gonna make you money and what's gonna put you in a position to do better for yourself. Because at the end of the day, I'm in a position to do better for myself. And no matter how I'm getting it, I'm in a position where I'm 19 years old. I take care of every financial responsibility that I have by myself. And I've been doing that for the past 2.5, that's my fucking dog. Smirk, stop. For the past 2.5, I don't know why he's trying to do, he's like rolling, like what, he wants his belly rubbed. I've been doing that for the past like 2.5, 3 years with myself. So for me, it's like, nobody can talk about how I get my money, because nobody nobody pays for anything for me. So it's not like, oh, you're just doing that for no reason because you already have everybody that'll do X, Y, and Z for you. I don't. I am not blessed with that kind of family, and that's okay. But it just means that I have to look outside the box or work a little bit harder for my money because I do everything for myself. And that's just what it is. But yeah, so that's my advice on if you want to do OnlyFans, starting one, bitch, do it if you want. I mean, like, I thought about it for a really long time. It's not a regret as of right now. It is just hard, but any job that you have is going to be hard. Any job that you have is going to be hard. But yeah, so if you want to start OnlyFans, do it. Go subscribe to mine. It's Jordan from Vegas with the Z, the same thing as my TikTok name. There's pictures, videos, I do customs. So yeah. But yeah, okay, bye guys. Hope you had a good day.